More again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family. Just thank you so much for the love and support y'all have been constantly giving me. Each and every day is truly a blessing for us to be able to connect in the way we do, and it feels good for us to all be on the same length of going through different scenarios, but going through the same change. So with that, it's truly a blessing. So, with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light. And many blessings are definitely coming your way. If you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, um, if you are comfortable enough, I'm trying to rotate my gum, y'all. Sorry about that. Um, if you are comfortable enough, please, drop me a line. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me. Even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacts your life and heading you towards a positive direction. If you feel like the videos are informative, give you good insight, good vibes, or inspiration you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that may be going through some trying times and just need spiritual guidance or confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give it a thumbs up, like, and also share on the social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It's so greatly appreciated. And I hope that you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the music that I'm listening to on the background is by the channel NRG8. What is that? Musical therapy, music to materialize desires, visualization, and connecting with the universe law of attraction. So I'll go ahead and push their link in the description box below. And the video I'm doing today is called "Going Through intensive reflection at all stages of life trauma to swiftly move forward." It is so true. Like I was telling y'all yesterday, we're going through what is it? It's like a spiritual and emotional detox, and it will take you on different periods of your life that really needs healing. If it's like your inner child that is really yearning to be healed, it will take you back to those different stages of your life. It will allow you to even, it's like being connected to the Akashic records. So I'm very connected to that. There's a lot of times I'll be able to help myself on many levels, as well as connecting with somebody, and I can be able to see certain things when it comes to certain people, on things that they really need to know. And I'm so glad, about that gift. I appreciate it. At times it gets kind of hard when you're dealing with a lot of things that are very heavy vibration, heavy frequencies that, is really hard to deal with. But these are the things that, since you're going through, it's like, what is it called? Tetris. It's kind of like Tetris. If you anybody ever remember that game back in the day called Tetris, I know I'm really showing my age, but I really don't care because I think for all I went through, 43 looked good on me. But but I'm just saying, it's like moving. You're able to move different things to be able to put it in the right slots for you to be able to climb forward, which it truly is. If there's things about you that you really are feeling stuck and you're really wanting to move forward in your life, but there are certain things that may be holding you back. Certain situations will have to be able to be healed for you to be able to move forward. You can't still, you can't move forward if you still got things in your past that you're still being triggered about. Certain things may take place. It's like with mine, it can get very hectic, especially with my situation. But being able to go back through those times, which I was going through heavy over the weekend, was really hard for me because it was just like going through so many different things and healing and grieving and different things like that. But then I had to allow myself to transmute those different things, because it's like with me being adopted and finding out who my family was. Anytime I would interact with my biological family, over on on the 3D side, I'll always get really sad and very upset. But it was like I had to be able to allow myself to see it, instead of it being a painful situation on what was denied of me, being able to be blessed because those situations showed me of where love can interact amongst family, even though they were, ripped apart at certain times. So when I allowed myself to really be honest with myself, and a lot of times, you're going through these emotional and spiritual detox and purification, or whatever you want to call it, you have to be allowed to take knowledge to those emotions, being able to understand why does this still upset you, being honest with yourself as well as the universe. The universe always knows, but they want you to be able to align with your truth. If you know, okay, but these certain situations, how is it affecting me emotionally, mentally, and spiritually? Because there are certain times when I've gone through different things and I would see pictures of my dad or certain things that I would see that, relates to him, I would get very upset. But then when I allowed myself to really change forward to that, instead of allowing myself to see that as a painful thing because I was denied of that, I wasn't able to express myself when it came to my dad. Just being able to be honest with myself and stuff, regardless of, you know, they can't tell you who, you have a meaning of that person. Nobody can never dictate about who you are to that person. And that's what I had to allow myself to see, regardless of what was chosen for me to see. I was honest with myself and not really caring what the next person was saying, but just being able to allow myself to be honest with my feelings and my emotions. And when I see it now, it's like good emotions. It's like if I cry, it's crying of appreciation, crying of gratitude. It feels really good when you can like really purge out all those feelings because they were very heavy for me. And I thought, there was layers of them that were gone, and I didn't realize there was still stuff in there, because a lot of times we feel like we're truly over things. But when you're, oh, excuse me, y'all, sorry about that, that was so rude and gross. Going through a lot of things, you might think that you're like, I'm healing, I'm okay, but there are sometimes you may get in your feelings when certain things aren't going your way. And then you have to understand, if you're not aligned with the things that you're trying to manifest, they're trying to get you towards that stage. They want you to be able to move forward. They have that confidence in you. You have to be able to have that confidence in you. And it's just like you'll start getting those spiritual chills. It's like certain things I would think of, certain things I would say towards myself. You always have to be careful how you speak of yourself towards the universe as well. You want to be able to align yourself with positive things, giving out those affirmations. I'm strong. I'm going to conquer these things, even though it may sound confusing to me. I'm going to make sense of what's coming to me that I'm really trying to allow myself to be open to. So when you're allowing yourself to really truly be that way, is giving you that comfort to be able to understand, learn my purpose, allowing myself to move forward, allowing myself to not just stay focused on the pain that was inflicted on me, but allowing myself to be able to transmute that into something positive that can have, that can have a beautiful outcome to it. Allowing myself to, get out of those vibes of, what people broke you down to be. And, this is a lot of times, it's hard and it's sad, that we go through all these different things and we are truly strong spiritual beings. That's what we're here to do. But there's too many of us that walk around and it is just like we can't see past that pain. I was like that at one time. There was vibes that was still carried like that, and I had to allow myself to say it's okay. Is not going to change your view of experience, because whatever has been done in the dark, it eventually comes out. Certain things, ends up telling on itself, but you have to allow yourself to stay focused on you, focus on what you're trying to achieve, what you're trying to move forward to, what you're trying to grow into, what you're trying to add on to, and those are the things that get you there swiftly. You can't worry about what the next person's doing, or what if, and I used to be that way. It's like, oh, let me not talk about certain things because, I know I got people over here watching what I say just to see if they can use it against me. But it's just like, if I don't give that welcome mat, I had to allow myself to know, have that confidence and faith in you. If you know you're saying something, but you're not saying it to the point where it's like giving somebody that extra oomph to try to sit up here and block you on your blessings, you have to be able to know what's for you is going to be for you. Nobody can't take that away. But if you're giving that power towards that source, you're giving that power towards that person, that's like giving them permission to come up and wreck shop all up in whatever you're trying to do. And now it's just like, I'm solid on mine. I ain't got to worry about that. I'm not letting the left hand know what the right hand doing. I'm just allowing myself to be present in the present. God and universe knows they're going to work everything out for me. But as long as I'm allowing myself to focus on where I'm trying to heal at, where certain parts I may be still stumbling at, and just allow myself to reflect on it and say, you know what, this is the part on me I need to really heal so I can be able to move forward. Because there's certain parts of me, I'm just, I'm up here, but there are certain parts I had to be able to, align myself with, allowing myself to get balanced, because it's just like so many different things that's going on in our lives. You can be having such a peaceful time and just being grateful, because it's like for the last few days I've been crying tears of joy just to be able to say, you know what, it feels good to not have my mind focused on the things that has been placed into my life. You know, certain things has been robbed of me, but you know, I know something's going to turn out for the higher good of me. You know, when you know your heart's pure, you have positive intentions, know that you're going to come out winning regardless of what is taking place. Even when it's like it seems like things are murky for you and you're not exactly where you want to be, that's where you're on your mission to learn about yourself right now. You know, there's a lot of things that is taking place in your life to where it has really shook you to the core. That's fine. You know, because there's too many people around here that feels like that's what's wrong with the world today. They inflict pain on people, and a lot of times they're inflicting pain on people that didn't even cause that pain in the first place. But that's the reason why we are placed as that example. You had to have your whole life ripped apart. You had to be, you know, programmed and learn something for a certain view. And then when that stuff dissolved and when you were walking past those blurred lines of illusions and you really seeing things for truly what they truly are, you have that choice to either walk around and say what life owes you and what, you know, has been done to you, or you can allow yourself to say, yeah, I've had these things done to me, but I'm not the product of what has taken place. I'm a product of what happens after those things took place. That's what matters, you know. And when you're allowing yourself to say, nobody owes me nothing, but I owe myself enough to have a better life, you know, that's what you are owing yourself. And when you start owning that and you take that power back, ain't nothing could go wrong with you. Ain't nothing, nobody can rob of you like that because you are solid in your own. You are solid in your own being. You're allowing yourself to see yourself as that warrior. Yes, things may get tight, things may get hectic, and you may get tired. Trust me, I know. But then it's just like you already know you working for something that's going to bring out something better for you, you know, because maybe the things that you wanted wasn't enough, you know, because God and universe seen all the trials you have had. They've seen all the tears you have gone through, seen how people just constantly disappointed you, lied to you, and disrupted your life. They see that. And when you're still trying to move forward on that, they have a big old gift for you in so many different ways. And that's why it's just like I was just sitting here yesterday and, you know, after I finished doing my videos, and it was just certain, I think, did I do my videos yesterday? I think either yesterday or the other day, I can't remember, but I think it was yesterday. But you know, I would just get to that vibe and I would just feel these spiritual chills. You know, spiritual chills is like aligning you with what you're saying, you know, allowing you to understand this is my life, you know, even though it may not be exactly the way I molded it out to be. And a lot of times it becomes greater than what you were seeing in the first place. A lot of times you have this, you know, this view where it's like you're on that tunnel vision of one thing, and then it's just the fact is all the guidance you have to go through different directions and different detours, it ends up being 1,000 times more than what you have ever imagined, just because you allowed yourself to say, you know what, universe, I'm just trying to place this in my life, but if you have you know, you want to add more to that, please do that for me, you know, and just give me that guidance I can to be able to make sure I'm doing stuff that is no longer breaking my heart for you to be, you know, having your heart broken to see my heart breaking, you know. And then when you're allowing yourself to do that, is just beautiful, because it's like lately I've been going through a lot of things, and it was just like having one of my friends pass away, and it really brought me back, and you know, not really wanting to focus, you know, keep talking about that, but it was just like, you know, with that situation, the devil will put things in your life to have you all disrupted. And it's just like with my situation, it was just I can still hear him, I can still, you know, spiritually see him, but this is allowing me to say, you know what, this is not what he would want for me to be sulking for, you know, even though that's, you know, it's hard when you lose somebody in your life. But then it's just like, you know what I couldn't do for his path of our connection, let me be able to bless somebody else with that as well. You know, let me keep on, you know, and I allowed myself to be able to make sure I put down different things. It's like when you're divorcing a narcissist, or why do narcissistic people choose us, or when you finish, when you're allowing yourself to disconnect yourself from those toxic traits and that, you know, narcissistic traits. You know, I wanted to be able to do that, you know, because a lot of people don't understand why their body does the way it does when you're under a lot of duress. stressed out, worried, going through a lot of things where people are trying to shut you down because they get joy out of breaking you like that. And that's sad because it's just like I get my joy out of seeing somebody else get their joy. I don't get any kind of rocks off just seeing somebody suffer. I used to be that type of person. When I see you hurt me, I would laugh and say, that's what the hell you got. Now it's just like I pray for them, because when you go out your way to try to break somebody, hurt somebody, and that's how you get your joys, you more hurt than I was. So it's just like you got to pray for folks like that, but allow yourself to keep moving forward. And it really took it, I had to go to that rock bottom of sadness, anger, confusion, guilt, all those things over the weekend for me to be able to really feel that. It's like when you're going through that, it's like a phoenix coming out of the ashes. And that's what's really taking place in our lives, for you to be able to go through that intense reflection, allowing yourselves to go back and heal those places and get a different understanding, and allow yourself to change the perspective of how you've seen everything in your life. Yes, you have may have gone through something very traumatic, but then you have to allow yourself to know, can I allow myself to build up something that somebody tried to tear down? Because it's like, yeah, this maybe needed to tear down because it was fraudulent. This was fake. This was flawed. This was this, and it wasn't the way it was supposed to be built up. And a lot of times we don't understand that's the reason why our lives fall apart, because it's falling apart from all that BS, that what they wanted us to see, the programs, the lies, the illusions. It was just basically somebody just put a blindfold on you and tell you, hey, this is this, when it really was something else. And it's allowing you to build your strength up, being able to say, this is how I choose to have my life, regardless of if I was a victim to this and that, this and that. Do I have to move forward as being a victim, or do I have to move forward of seeing me being seen as a victim, for allowing myself to move forward and say, you know what, yeah, I went through this, but let me allow me to teach you what I've learned from things that I went through. And that's where it's important that we have all been hurt in some kind of way. We have all been traumatized in some kind of way, but it's all about what happens after that. You can allow yourself and soak and feel bad for you and have everybody else feel bad for you, even though they're like, hell, I'm going through stuff too. I don't want you feeling bad for me. But you can allow yourself to move forward, become stronger of everything that was placed on you, and just allowing yourself to see everything of anew. It's all about how you choose to see things. It's all about how you choose to move forward. What can you get out of those things that has happened? Because when you allow yourself to still have a smile on your face and being grateful to be able to see another day, and be grateful that you're allowing yourself to learn through the heartaches of pain that's been placed on you, that is the worst thing you can ever let an enemy know. They feel good when they can see you all stressed out and looking all like you toe up from the floor up. But when you can allow yourself to say, shoot, I'm blessed, I'm grateful because of what they did, because it allowed me to know myself on a deeper level. And that's how I see myself. I feel like I'm blessed because of the things I went through. It allowed me to know myself in many ways I didn't even see that was there. And that's what your enemy, that's what the devil don't want you to discover, how strong you are, how you can be very resilient, how you can rise above all the BS that's been placed on you. And when you allow yourself to do that, oh yes, I'd rather be hated by the amongst of thieves of joy than sit up here and be hated amongst the joy of what I'm denying myself. Then I can be mad at myself for that. But when I'm allowing myself to move forward, allow yourself to keep doing that. You deserve that. You deserve to be happy and get where you need to be, and plus more. So I hope you are allowed. I hope you're allowed. Hope you were able to get something out of that. Welcome to all y'all. Our tribe is growing fiercely and rapidly, and I'm just so blessed for that. I'm glad that I get the emails. I'm glad that I get the side text. Just being able to know those are the things that I appreciate from everything that I go forward, that people admire my opinion. People admire my views on how I see things that they have gone through that I can relate to. I can't say I can understand or imagine, because we all think and do things differently amongst the things that we have, experienced in our lives. But I'll just say I can relate to a lot of things that y'all have gone through, and being able to know I can live throughout my blessing and being able to share that with somebody else makes me feel fulfilled, just to be able to know I can bring some kind of peace and clarity to your life. But I would love to be able to give a post notification shout out to Demetrius, Demetria, Williams, Michelle J., welcome to the fam. Thrive from the Ashes, welcome. Poetry Delivery, welcome back. I'm glad to hear from you. And Joe Brown, much love as well. If you're new, please drop me a line. I always leave my contact information if you'd rather get in touch with me, like DM me or emails. If you don't feel comfortable with talking here, I truly understand. Whatever we speak on is confidential. If you need some help from my experience, it's just like networking and just being able to give you a deeper understanding about your path of purpose and your life mission. So if I can't give it to you from my experience, I guarantee you I'll try my best to find the information you need just to have you a deeper understanding. But know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved. Knowing there's always someone out there, praying for your better days. I pray that everything you're trying to manifest into your life comes 100 million times more than what you expected, manifested, prayed for, or even when you received it. And even through social distancing, make sure you give out love, light, positivity, prosperity, words, vibe, frequencies. You never know. That can really take somebody a long way. And I'll see you on the next video. Much love to you. Peace. Be well.